Hello, YouTube. I'm back again. You know, it's funny because it's nothing like waking up in the morning and seeing where the algorithm had got you again, saying that you violated community guidelines with a post. Nothing like it. Nothing makes your day even better than something like that. Yeah, and it was funny because I wasn't even on YouTube. I was on my Facebook page. I was in my prepper group, and I was guy was made a post, and I commented on a post, and I can't say what I said, but it was if you guys remember Junior Walker and the All Stars, and they had that song out called Shotgun, and I put a quote in there from that song, da da for a run now. And I put that on there, and I had put a ha ha, because it was a song, and they jacked me for that. I'm like, man, I say ain't nothing like it. Wake up and there you go, got a community violation on your thing, but that's okay. It's good. It's all good. Hey, try it, buy it, make it, sell it. How you doing? Hey, Wayne's Adventure. Hey, Pennsylvania Preference. How you guys doing? So today I want to talk about hot and cold topics. Like the hot topics is Washington. I'm gonna talk a little bit about that, and the cold topic is what everybody seems to forget is what happened in Hawaii back in 2018. I don't know how many of you remember that, but I can never forget that. I would never forget that because to this day it still shocks me, you know. And then I might mention about a dream I had. I was had a dream about Demolition Man, the Wesley Snipes movie with Sylvester Stallone and Sandra Bullock, and I had like a twist on it because I was dreaming. It was a little bit of Harry Potter and a little bit of Game of Thrones thrown in it. It was a dream. That's how come I knew I was dreaming, and I dreamed that I was in a situation that I was living underground because we weren't allowed to have meat. We wasn't allowed to have meat. It was a dream. And so they were selling, like I said, I think I said it in one of my videos, they were selling ground rat for beef and squirrels for chickens. It was crazy. It was crazy. But I kind of enjoyed it because, like I said, it had a little twist on it with a little Harry Potter and a little Game of Thrones. And then, dreams are entertaining when you get a good one, and not one that's going to horrify you or anything like that. You know, because it was funny. I may tell you about the whole dream if I get a chance one day, because I had to choose which house I was in, the Gryffindor or the Slytherin or the Ravensclaw or the Hufflepuff. If you watch Harry Potter, I don't watch enough of those movies that I know a little bit about them because it's like 8 movies. Yeah, and then I love the Game of Thrones, so I was watching that. But anyway, let me talk about the hot topics. I'm only gonna mention a few things. I'm not gonna go into detail with it because I don't want my channel to get cut off, and I don't want to be considered a threat. you know, like I got this warning, which is crazy. January 6th committee. I said this when that stuff was happening. It was all gonna go bad. All gonna go bad, and I feel for the guys that was involved in it, but they think it's over with. It's not over with until they get every last person that was there, whether they participated or not. You will be questioned. This is just the United States. This is what we have. You will be questioned. And I'm just going to say that straight out. It's not whether I believe in it or not believe in it. I don't care whether it was right or wrong. I'm just going to let you know that it's always the aftermath that you have to deal with, and they will be coming for the rest of you. You might not be charged, but you will be questioned. And so if you sit back and say, "Yeah, I was there, nothing happened, I didn't do anything," blah blah blah. Oh yeah, they know who you are. They still going through these photos, and they still going through these pictures, and then they have this facial recognition that they got out there, and they monitoring everybody's post to see what you're saying about that. Okay, and I'm just gonna let you know, so don't be surprised when you get that letter from the FBI or whoever saying that they need to see you or they show up at your doorstep. I know, believe me, I know how that works. But that's enough said about that because I don't want to talk about that. But anyway, uh, that's the hot topic. Another hot topic is corrupt politicians. Now I've mentioned this before. It's no secret. We have politicians in Washington. They've been doing this since I remember, since the '60s, as long as I remember, that the politicians in Washington has always been corporate politicians. Even before my day, they had these politicians taking money. It is nothing new. We have them in Ohio. We just had a big scandal about energy in Ohio, where this guy, one of the local state politicians or whatever, he made some kind of deal with the energy plant, and he gave them millions of dollars, and now they got to pay every person. They got to split $300 million among the people in Ohio, you know, because they got caught. So that's the fine. That $300 million they got to kick back to the people. While this politician is screaming that he ain't did nothing wrong, it's common practice, and he's under house arrest, and they kicked him out. But that's a whole nother story. But I mean, it's been going on a long time. We got politicians that like that. I can't say no names. I can't say names like Bob Gibbs or Jim Jordan or even Joe Manchin. I can't say those kind of names because there's no proof that they are stealing money from lobbyists. Because you see, you can't do that. So I'm just saying, it's this been going on for years. It's all about big pharmaceuticals. You know what I mean? It is big pharmaceuticals. They run everything. They've been running things for years. That's why sometimes the price of your medicine goes through the roof. I remember that one guy a few years ago. He decided that medicine, it was something like a shot. I forgot what kind of shot it was. Well, it was a shot that you needed if you got stung by a bee or something like that. And he decided that instead of let this go for like $6.95, he was gonna make it $695. People went through the roof. They were talking about throwing him in prison, but they couldn't do nothing to him. He eventually relented and put the stuff back. But see what I'm saying? If somebody just decided to wake up one morning and say this is what it's going to be, then that's what it's going to be. We have no laws on the books to say it can't be that way because we're not passing that bill that say it can be that way. That was going to regulate the laws that big pharmaceuticals couldn't charge you through the roof or like that, but they doing it now. So don't worry about it. We not important enough. We just, and if we died, that's what they want anyway because they want that Georgia Guidestone to happen like that. Okay. So anyway, that's the hot topics. January 6th, the bills in Washington and stuff like that. And like I said, and then the cold topic is 2018, when somebody pushed the button and said that some nukes were coming to Hawaii, and you only have a few minutes to get yourself together. I know a lot of you might not remember that. If some of you do, what got me was, and it's gonna always stick with me, was when the guy who putting his kids in the sewers. They were sticking their kids in the sewers to protect them from the nukes. And people were on the phone crying, talking to their loved ones that was on the mainland, crying. And this went on for 38 minutes, which is a lifetime for a lot of us. That they didn't even know if they're gonna be alive or dead after an hour. And that made me wonder, what if we had something like that happen here and if Yellowstone was gonna blow and we got to warn it and say we had 38 minutes to get our affairs together? Could we? Would we? I mean, or even should we? Or just sit back and just take it? and it's just like that, and stuff happens, and we have no way to control it because, see, I don't think they would tell us. Like, I don't think they would tell us if there were aliens coming. I don't think they would tell us if a nuclear weapon was happening, that was going to start a war. I don't think the government would tell us anything. They would just say, you guys go fend for yourselves. We're going to take all the politicians and the rich, important people, and we're going to all go somewhere. And after it all over, we'll come back and say, did you get the warning? Did you get the memo? Because, see, it's not above our pay grade. And we got to realize that we're in this ourselves. We can't depend on nobody but yourselves. Let me see who's in the house. JH556, how you doing? Samantha, how you doing? This is Steph. Hey, Steph, how you doing? Donna Divine Prepper is in the house. Hey, Donna. Conscious Growing Gardeners in the house. Well, I ain't heard from you in a while. Let's see what everybody's talking about. Just watching the ad. Yeah, but late. You're not late. I didn't start it too. Rest in peace. Kobe Bryant had 2 lawsuits against pharmaceutical companies before his passing. Yeah, because they had got him hooked on painkillers. That's like they had this big settlement, especially in Ohio. I mean, it was like you go to your doctor to give you a pill, and that's how it was at the VA. You go to the doctor, they give you a pill, and if they couldn't figure it out with a pill, they start cutting on you for no reason. That's the way it is. For a while the VA was horrible, horrible. That's why they closed it and moved it all up here. The one they used to have. I mean, I can't really say no names because I don't want no lawsuits. But the people that went to the VA up here in Northeast Ohio know what I'm talking about because they closed that place. And now we got a brand new shiny VA with a lot of new stuff and new people in there. They used to have that one Dr. Kanaki there. But anyway, that's a whole other story. It was a pill factory, pill factory. It was messing up a lot because I worked with a lot of veterans, and my brother, that's where he was at. He was a veteran. Matter of fact, it used to be you had to escape from that place because they had it way out there. But that's a whole other story. Don't get me wrong, the VA is a lot better now than it was back in the early 70s and 80s. A lot better. They take care of you now. But back then they didn't. It was just get them in and get them out. Give them a pill. Oh my God. But the VA should be better than they were. But they are worse. Wow, they worse where you at? Should be better than yeah, because they got better up here. But back then, I don't know, man. I would go visit my brothers in the VA, and it was worse. And I worked with guys because that's all the post office was veterans from the war, and they are all there at one time or another. Okay, let me talk about the reptilians because I don't think I'm gonna make it through a whole day because I know they're gonna cut me off because I already got a warning when I woke up. I think they know my schedule, and this reptilian agenda it's getting bad because see we don't know what's here because we don't get the information, but over in Southeast Asia they having incidents every day. They're having sightings and contact with these lizard people. I'm gonna just put it like that. And they meeting them every day. And in South America, around Peru, they come. They I don't know what's the deal and why they on the move or anything like that, but it's beginning to get to the point where we need to worry. Why are there so many sightings? Why are they seeing them all of a sudden? I mentioned before we got this AI that's supposed to know these things, but I don't think they're gonna tell us anything because I think that AI is manipulating us to the point that we don't really know what to say anymore. Don't know really what's going on anymore. All I know is they making a list. or who they gonna target next. Like I said, preppers. If you got prepper in your name or you're a prepper for real or whatever, you will be targeted next. The government and the media, especially the media, they already started calling you hoarders. They've been fooling around with it for the last few years, but now they blaming this shortage on people like us. They are. And like I was saying, they're gonna be making a list and they're gonna be checking it twice. It's not gonna be Santa Claus. They're gonna come knocking on your door. But right now, so you gotta be careful. If you gotta stop telling people you prepping, then that's what you're gonna have to do. But they are looking at preppers right now, and it's a sad thing to do because we just try to get the message out of we're not doing anything wrong, but we had to learn from history. Sometimes it's not what you know; it's too much that you know. Okay, let me see what's in the house. Hey, food for permaculture is in the house. Let's see. Good morning, my fellow Earthlings. Okay. Let's say a friend of mine told me he was in the Vietnam War and he was given a shot before they put him out in combat. And when he returned home, he was addicted to heroin and it took him 10 years to get off. Wow. Wow. I know in World War II, all the soldiers carried morphine, but before they knew how bad it was and how addictive it was, they knew about morphine way back when. They used to have it in drinks. You Coca-Cola, because it had cocaine in it. The history of this stuff. Like morphine, all had that stuff in there too. But I didn't think they were gonna give it to the veterans in Vietnam. A lot of them, like I say, a lot of these pharmaceutical companies, let me put it this way. And like I say, I'm talking about firsthand information that I have seen. First thing they will do, they will give you a pill. They will give you a pill. And they say, well, this will make you feel better. Well, all the time it's making you feel better, it's killing you. So, me, I refuse to take pills. I mean, I take over-the-counter medication. I love to get some morphine. But last time I had some morphine, that was after my first surgery. I had some morphine. I had an operation. I was up and walking around. I was like, wow, this is great. Shoot. 2 days later, I was in so much pain, but that's a whole other story. Yeah, good when the little people come crawling out their bunkers, the belly, my double blade axe. Yeah, they coming up. Let me tell you, they move and they moving. I guess they moving north. I don't understand it, but they on the move. And it's scary when things that and other people don't know, and you want to try to tell them, but people think you're crazy, but that's okay. But I'm just gonna put it out there because when you start seeing them yourself, and the news eventually start coming around and telling you that they're out there, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Hey, Fish and Loaves, how you doing? Yeah, so you're gonna wake up one day and one of your cows gonna be missing. Not you, Fish and Loaves. I'm just saying people in general, because the lizard people are on the move. Grow poppies if you need painkillers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you gotta get permission from the cartel. You don't want nobody to grow poppies but themselves. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, like I said, I'm only gonna talk about an hour because, like I said, I already been in trouble once this morning. I don't want to get in trouble twice in one day. I don't even know why I was in trouble, but that's the way it is. So anyway, like I said, this is a hot and cold topic. Like I already talked about the hot topic, which is basically political news, and everybody want to know what's going on. But see, that's what happened when you part of a shadow government. See, everybody knows how I feel about politicians that been in office for 40, 50 years. I don't think they should be there. I think we should have term limits, but they control everything. You know what I mean? People always thought the president of the United States controlled everything. He doesn't. And now that the truth is out there, now people actually see who really controls stuff, and they don't still believe it. They still don't believe it. You know, see, I'm gonna tell you something. And I told you this before. Biden is part of that government, that 40, 50-year politician government. You know who Pelosi, same one. You know, all of them. You can see who's in there. And those are the ones that control the government. Not the president of the United States, not the Senate, none of them, not the House of Representatives. Those are the people. It's the government that's inside the government. You know what I mean? Those are the ones. And if the government ever collapses, and I said this before, those are the ones who's gonna be in charge. It ain't gonna be a president. It would never be another president if the government collapsed. They won't have it because they see that they have so much power, they don't want to share it. And they sure don't want to share it with the people. So that's what's gonna happen. I'm just saying, that's what's gonna happen. And you can see what's going on. And there's nothing we can do about it. And the only reason that Joe Biden got elected because they didn't want the other guy to get in, so they used that shadow government to come out of their hole and say, "This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw him out there." And he didn't want to be president because you could tell when he falls asleep at meetings and stuff like that. Like he didn't want to. He didn't want it. He's not gonna run again. So don't even worry about it. He's just going through the motions, and they're not gonna let him get away with anything like they wanted the last guy get away because they're gonna put him back where he belongs. You know, when he runs for his Senate seat again. But I doubt it. I think he did too much. Yeah, see, bad grandpa strikes for telling the truth. You know what? They didn't give me a strike. They gave. See, I don't get strikes because I fight them, and what I do, I usually win. But they give me all these warnings, and then they go, "Oh, we got to go through this whole little list of stuff," and then they want you to sign off on this. But it's a whole bunch of bull. But so I don't worry about it. But like I say, they can do it. But they're just gonna take me off. That's what they're gonna do. See, what they don't know about me is that I could have been a politician. I was a union steward. You know, I also was a supervisor. So I've been on both sides. Yeah, but you know what? You don't want to get me riled up, and we don't want to go to war over stuff like that. And so I know how to fight them, the powers. Mitch McConnell runs a lot. He's a senator. He's boss hog. Been here forever. Yeah, he's gonna be there until he dies. And it's the same. And I mean, but look, we got the same problems. I mean, these guys have been in office for I don't know. I mean, since some of you guys were born, and then they talk about how bad things are, and all they gotta do is look in the mirror and say, "Hey, I've been here 40 years and I didn't get nothing done." Why? What's the problem? The problem is you. If you've been there 40 years and you can't get nothing done in your ass, I mean, excuse me, I said that, then you need to step down. You need to step down. But that's my take on it. And that's the basically that's part of the cold topic too. See, that was part of hot and cold, but that's how I feel about them. Me and politicians can't get along. So if you hear something happen to me, my house blow up or something like that, it ain't no gas leak. It might be that smart stove that will be in there talking, but other than that, I don't. It ain't gonna be that with me. They're gonna try to do something. But anyway, let me get back on my lizard people before they cut me off. Like I say, they out there and they on the move, and they moving. I guess they moving north. And why they moving north, I can't tell you. All I can say is that they're not reporting it, but there's so many sightings. All you gotta do is listen, and you see that they're having all these sightings. And like I said, the last sighting they had some in Southeast Asia, and then they had some in Peru, and they had some in Mexico. Now I don't know if they're gonna go up to Skinwalker Ranch and hang out with the other snake people or little people that might be out there, but I know they're on the move. Let's see. Emily, the wanted one, is in the house. Please keep me in your prayers. Okay, I will pray for you. Uh, Politicians should get 8 years, just like the president. Okay, prayers. So everybody say some prayers for Emily, the wanted one. I guess she have an issue, but I don't know exactly what it is. But if she wants to share, she can let you guys know. You have to put a disclaimer and say the word like allegedly. Yeah. Yeah, we shouldn't have to do that. I mean, because like I said before, there is no freedom of speech. There is no freedom of speech. And you see, it's going to get worse now that Facebook is changing their name to Meta. And all that is that they say they're going to eliminate the facial recognition from their service on Facebook. Cool, because you finna eliminate Facebook. But they're going to probably add more onto it when they get to this Meta thing. See, AI is not your friend. I mean, it's useful, but it's definitely not your friend. Hey, Hefty Lefty, how you doing? Okay. Pennsylvania preppers, go over to Odyssey. Every video you upload here will be there as well. If YouTube take your channel down, everything will still be there. You know, every video I make, I upload it into my system. So I keep all my videos. I keep them. You know, I can always reload them if I ever have to. But I make sure that they can take anything they want. Even the ones they took down earlier saying that they wasn't suitable, I still got them. But I keep them. So when people come over and everything, maybe, you know, like they say, like I say, history is written by people, and we're supposed to learn from history. We ain't supposed to change it or destroy it, but it is what it is. So we're supposed to learn from it. So if anybody ever come over to old Uncle Grandpa's house or whatever, Urban Grandpa house, they can always say, "Hey, we got an old time Dell computer here. What's on there?" And they can pop in there and they can see all my videos. They can sit back and watch all my videos, and they can say, "Oh, this was the 21st century. This is what they were going through." That's what it is. That's the first Peter cast your cares to him because he cares for you. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna definitely say some prayers. Matter of fact, I'm gonna talk to one of my pastors. See, I got a pastor. His name is Monty Johnson. He used to work with me. Matter of fact, he took over my old route when I left. He's very strong in prayer. Very strong in prayer. Monroe Johnson. Yeah, pastor. Yeah, I'll talk with him, make sure he gets some prayers out. Okay. Oh yeah, I seen something last week. I didn't give it no much thought because it was the Taliban and then also in China. It seemed the two of them want to team up. The Taliban and China, they want to get together. But I'm knowing one thing about that. That's like trying to mix oil and water or milk and orange juice. It ain't gonna work. They're just two totally opposite people. And the only thing they had together is that they hate the United States. Well, shit, they need to fall in line because a whole bunch of people. I said shit, didn't I? Thank you. A whole bunch of people hate the United States, but I mean, some of it is well earned because I remember the Shah of Iran. I remember what we did there. A lot of people don't remember the Shah. I remember the Shah. I remember the marches and stuff like that. When he fell, I was in Canada at that time, but that's a whole nother story. I was up in Montreal when he had to flee the country. But that's a whole nother story. So some of the stuff that people hate about us is well deserved, but some of it is not well deserved. We try to make amends. The average American, we send the Peace Corps there, and we try to help them out, but then some of it we brought on ourselves because let's face it, we ain't always been good. Sometimes we used to flex too much. We used to go in with guns blazing, but that's okay. Hey, BG, Bougie Prepper, how you doing? Let's see. Anybody else? Hey, Hoodah Holla, how you doing? Oh, he say one of your best friends fled Iran because of the Shah. Yeah, the Shah of Iran. And he noticed when he left, he took all that money with him. He took, oh man, it did just crazy. I remember that. I remember all of that. Yeah, like I said, I was that man. I won't go to it. That's history. Uh, and I found out another thing, which I already knew, that the American economy it's gonna thrive with or without people. Really, it don't need people to work, and it's gonna thrive. You know the and I always thought that if people ain't working, the economy is gonna suffer. But after seeing what's happening in 2020, how the economy is actually gaining and people that ain't working, all this is just totally opposite what I grew up learning, you know. And like I said, I'm old, so maybe this is new economy. Like it took me a while to catch on to the new math because it made everything so much difficult. You know, it made 2 + 2 = something else, then come up with 4 afterwards. So I'm like, this is like new math to me. All this economy stuff. See, I'm still trying to learn a little bit about quantum physics and other dimensions and stuff like that. And that's easier than trying to figure out how this economy is going, because, like I say, it's a shell game to me. It's like try to find the ace. You know, they got the cards down there and they put them up on the table. You know, a 3-card Molly game. You know, you pick this card up. Oh, that's not the ace. Oh, you pick this card up. Oh, no, that's not the ace. Then you pick the one up in the middle. Hey, where's the ace? Oh, it's up my sleeve. But see, it's like that with the economy. It's all a shell game, and nobody's gonna win. But the man with the money, the man that's back in the game, and that's the 1% of Americans that are corporate elite. Notice I didn't say rich, I said corporate elite, because they control what's going on, what's being said, and all this other stuff. And I and I never forget when Joe Biden trying to get this thing pushed through before he left, he had to go to Wall Street to talk to the corporations to get them to put pressure on these other Democrats. And I say, wait a minute. This the leader of the free world. This the most powerful man in the world. And he's got to run to the people with the money to beg them to help him push his plan through. And they the exact same ones that's holding everything up. And I laughed. I laughed. I laughed. It's just crazy to me. But that's the way it is. Hey, Pepper Vet Mitchell, did I see you doing the tomahawk chop in your long ago? No. I didn't do that. You know, I like the Braves. You know, I even though I didn't like it when they beat us in '95, but I like them better than I like Houston because Houston cheated. I don't like cheaters. You know, hey Gardner Josh, you know I can't stand teams that cheat. But then again, politicians, that's what they do. That's how they win. It is all the same. They just be doing things to us, so I don't even worry about it. But anyway, let me get back to these shape shifting lizard people. They're gonna probably tag this video because I done said lizard people about 5-6 times if they don't cut it off the reptilian agenda. You know, so it's all about control. Like I say, we they keep blowing smoke up our butt. They keep telling us that aliens don't exist. They keep telling us nothing exists. Everything is fine. Everything is good. Everything is fine. But then again, I keep thinking, if everything is fine, then why are we having so much trouble? Why is everything is in turmoil? See, people don't think we're in turmoil. They think everything's gonna be fine. Let me tell you something. I've seen people, and I've seen people at their best, and I've seen people at their worst. And people think that people will not riot and start blowing stuff up, setting fires, and just do things because they can, and they will. A couple of years ago, about 2 years ago, we had Antifa and Black Lives Matter coming to Cleveland. Well, we had fires, looting, peaceful protests, supposedly. But why? I mean, people say it can't happen in your neighborhood. I done been through now 3 riots. I had 2 in the neighborhood, but it can happen. It can happen. So never assume that everybody that you know and everybody in your town is peaceful. There's people out there right now, can't wait to go out and do some stupid stuff. I didn't say that. I didn't say the shit word. Sorry. But it's somebody right now. It get 15, 20 people out there protesting, another 15, 20 gonna come and want to start some stuff. Not with them, just with anything. They just want to break stuff. You know what I mean? I've seen it before. People want to start a riot because they like fires. I don't understand. They got arsonists in their blood. They just want to burn stuff up. So if we have a collapse and everything go bad and people are hungry, it might be the people that might not be hungry and want to start stuff. It's just the agitators and the crazies that's in the group, in the crowd that want to start stuff. Yeah, see, you made my day. have not even got the fish. No way I would make the gold. Hey, Ronnie Brown, how you doing? Let's see. Brittany loves company. Hey, John Coffey, how you doing? John Coffey, I got a nephew that just moved in your neck of the woods. Just moved out in Palmer. I got a nephew. He just moved out there. About a month now. Yes, I told Grandpa about. I met and said couldn't wait to break in business at home's crazy. I grew up spending all my money just to carry Gucci when I was younger. Yeah, I know people right now. They go out and buy some designer stuff, and then they can't wait till they get their next paycheck because they ain't got no food in the house. I remember a time when people would actually not have food for weeks. They would get a check on the first of the month, and they would go out and they would take their kids to McDonald's, and they would buy all this McDonald's and Sisters Popeyes chickens or whatever, and they would eat like $100 worth of food on that one day. And then the next 2 weeks, they don't have anything to eat because they spent it all in that one day, and they would go out and they would have all this useless stuff that they done bought. And I done seen this firsthand. And I done seen it. And then they can't figure out what was wrong, what's going on. But that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. See, I have never been like that because I was raised differently, I was raised with parents that lived through the Depression. That is good, Ray. When you visit Palmer, you are welcome to stop by. All right, well, if I ever come out that way, John, I will let you know. Because lately my leg been bothering me. I mean, it's just funny. The weather, I guess. The weather. I was outside the other day and I was walking around and I was bringing the garbage cans in, and all of a sudden I felt a pain. And I said, well, that's another old age pain I got. Yeah, but so I don't know. We're just getting old. Or maybe somebody shot me with a dart gun and I don't even know it. But anyway, people say that we're here by intelligent design. I don't say that. Well, some people do. They say that we were designed by aliens and the lizard people and the Greys and the Nordics, that they all got together and they decided that this is what we're going to be. I mean, I believe in God, so that should take care of all of that. I mean, and I believe that those lizard people, those Greys and those reptilians and Nordics, they were made by probably the same guy that created us. And so I'm not going to give them the peace of mind to say that they created us, because they're trying to manipulate our minds to say that we were, they want to be like self-proclaimed king of the people on earth. So that's what their agenda is. They want to convince us, even though we know better, because we know the history of the Garden of Eden and the snake, or the reptilians that was there, and they were created by the same same spirit that created us. And that's all I have to say about that, because I'm doing my Forrest Gump now. And like I say, I'm 39 minutes into this, and I'm going to talk about another 11 minutes. So I won't be cut off. I'm trying not to say too much, but I'm just saying that UFOs are real, and we are being distracted because we are being controlled by what's going on in the media. You know, they have, like I said, they have their hot and cold topics, whatever's hot at that time, and don't let it be sweeps week. You know, when you get to be sweeps week, everything go crazy. You know what I mean? Everything go crazy because, like I said, we are part of the cover up. You know, they don't want us to know anything. They don't want us to know about the Georgia Guidestones. They don't want us to know about those monoliths that keep popping up all over the world. They popping up and they disappearing. They popping up and they disappearing. I don't understand it myself. They don't even talk about it no more. You know, they don't even talk about it no more. See, and people, we think because we don't hear about it, it ain't happening. But stuff is happening. And like I say, the best thing we can do is to keep preparing and make sure that we have all we need because winter's coming. And believe me, it's gonna be bad. I see it. It snowed up in Michigan the other day, which is real close. You know, that's the next state over, and we had some like a little hail here, but it's gonna be bad. It's supposed to be nice a couple of days now. Supposed to get us up to the 60s, but when you out there on the road, make sure you got everything you need in your car because you never know what might happen. You might get caught in the freeway and in a traffic jam, and you might be in there and run out of gas, and then you're gonna freeze to death because you didn't have an extra blanket, didn't have no hand warmers, didn't have another portable generator, didn't have nothing you need in your car. So make sure you got a bag in your car you keep in there with the stuff when you out traveling in the winter. Like I say, I usually drive around the wintertime with a portable generator in my car, battery charger. In case somebody break down the road, I got a battery charger. Put it on there and boom. Or if I need the extra power, I got that right there. Don't forget to check garden shops now for deep discount. Yeah, get your seeds together. Get your seeds together because if the rich elite have their way, they make sure we don't have any seeds. Peach, apple, grape for each shape. Lowe's Track Supplies. Yeah, we had sleet the other day. Oh wow, I that's John Coffey. He had sleet. I don't like sleet. I can't stand ice. Many a days as a mailman, I fell down. Yep, I just fell down and just laid there until somebody see me. Did I get up? Ooh. The pepper we made eyeglasses. You pepper who many eyeglasses. You almost there. I got you would try like comment. Good information. Let's see, by hot hands to keep in the car. Yeah, I used to use those little hot packets. They were good. Some people some people keep extra pair of socks in their cars. Yeah, some people do. I never did. I just was looking at the car. Electric blanket. That'll be good. See, like I say, but I keep like a little portable generator. I just plug that in. I'm ready to go. Yeah, because you don't want to die in your car. And you hear every year people die in their car. You know, they get snowed in, they pull off to the side of the road, a big old snowplow come in, throw snow up on top of their car. People won't find them for like 3 or 4 days and they're dead. The GA Godstone that is all out in the open. Who did it? Who owns the land area? The book in 1984. Animal Farm. Animal Farm, yeah. I remember Animal Farm. Yeah, if it wasn't for those little pit bull dogs, the pigs would never been in charge. They manipulated them just like the pig manipulated the dogs, just like they manipulate the people here. That's what's happening here. We are being manipulated. And we don't even see it. We don't even see it. They manipulate the news media. See, we had war with the freedom of speech. They taking our freedom of speech away from us. Like I say, we don't even see it coming because they keep distracting, and they keep telling us this and they tell us that, they tell us the other, and we can't see it coming. I mean, I see it coming because I read between the lines and I say, what they got to do with anything, what they talking about. And it doesn't have anything to do with it, but it changed your point of view. It changed your direction. The way you were focused on this, now you focused on that. And like I say, please, people, don't get distracted. Keep prepping, keep getting yourself together, keep taking all your supplies and make sure that you got everything you need. Keep adding on to it because they gonna vilify you. They gonna say you are the problem with the supply chain. Can you help? Oh yeah, okay, that's no problem. Cause I subscribe to Bougie Prepper. Bougie Prepper needs some subscribers. She's under 100, but I watch her channel. I do subscribe. I've been subscribing to her for about maybe over a year. I watch a lot of her videos. Yeah, I do. I'm trying to watch everybody's videos. Like I said, lately I haven't been able to watch a lot of videos because I've been busy with other stuff. But I try to watch as many as I can, and I'm gonna still be trying to watch people videos. So yeah, so I'll probably do a shout out video so everybody knows there's people out there. Hey T-Boy, how you doing?
Daddy, I bring you some back.
Okay. Janet Show, if you have a windshield cover, I had heard it works just like Mylar space bag, no personal experience. Yeah. No, you know what? My neighbor next door, she uses one. She puts it on this like silver. She puts it on her windshield. Yeah, I don't know if it works or not, but I still get out there with the brush. You know, I still get out there with the brush and go ahead and do that. Let's see, we purchased the Mr. Buddy propane heater in case of electricity. Everybody should have a heater. Everybody should have a portable heater. You know, because see, everybody that didn't know should have learned from what happened in Texas. You know, we just started our channel just a few months ago as well. That's Conscientious Growing Gardeners. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna write you down. Make sure I subscribe to you because I don't know if I do or not. Just a few months ago, write it down. See, I still use a pen and paper, people. You know that. I'm old school. Okay. So if you don't subscribe to Conscientious Growing Gardeners, get them a shout out. Go ahead and give them a look. Hey, Janet Shows, how you doing? If your car is wraps itself, the silver ones on the inside for the summer. Oh, okay. I seen people have them on the summer too. So they keep their dashboard cool. Yeah, but you know what? Nowadays, with all these electrical cars, you know, we get an electric car, they say by what 20, what 2030, everybody should own an electric car. There won't be no more gas cars. That's what they say. I don't know. Everybody should be switching over to the gas cars. Matter of fact, I heard who is it? Is it Amazon is gonna have nothing but gas, I mean not gas car, electric cars in a few years. You know, I think Lyft is already switching over to electric cars. So yeah, you gotta get ready because the future is now. And everything is changing quickly. Like fossil fuels is gonna be out as far as cars. I mean, it's gonna be like when people got the Model T and all of a sudden they switched over to the Model A and all these other ones and stuff like that, and the horse and buggy is gone. That's the way these cars going out here now. I remember when they used to make cars out of actual metal, and I remember when our cars didn't have computers, they had actual carburetors. You remember that? Had to change the points and plugs and stuff. Yeah, but now the future is coming. We got self-driving cars now. So car industry is gonna be the first one to make this move. AI is gonna take over everything pretty soon. Like I say, they got them in the restaurants right now as servers. They got them in some restaurants as cooks. And like I say, then they're gonna do the auto industry. And people say when the auto industry collapsed, well, the economy would have collapsed. No, the economy didn't collapse. They just switched over to something else. We like in Ohio, especially in Cleveland, we are a service town now. See, I don't even know why they even call us blue collar anymore. We used to be blue collar. We had so many car plants. We had so many shipbuilding, like I know Lorraine, George Steinberg used to own a shipbuilding company out there. We built ships, we built cars, we built trucks, we had machine shops. We used to build a lot of stuff for the military here. We were blue collar. That's like Pittsburgh. We were blue collar. We had steel plants. We had like 3 steel plants here. But now we have none of that. We have none of that. And then what we do have, half of the work, more than half of the workforce is gone. More than half. I think it's 30% of the workforce that was around in the 70s because we have automation. And they say automation is good, which is something I don't know. Hey, Grady's in the house. Hey, Grady. I just mentioned something about you not too long ago. Yep. But anyway, it's going to get bizarre, people. When they do switch over to cars and they start telling people you can no longer drive your old car on the road because they're going to make it where you got to have a permit. You know, the government regulate everything. The government going to regulate that. And it's going to come to the point that we're going to be into like a, how can I say this? That you can understand. I would say it ain't going to be like a Fahrenheit 451 situation where they were burning books. You can have certain books. It's going to be a situation where if you got an old car and it doesn't have like historical plates on it, that car would not be allowed on the road. I mean, they're not going to see. We got buggies here in Ohio. We got Amish country, so we still have a lot of horse and buggies out here. But that's a religious thing, you know. But that's what's going to happen here. Hey, Shady Grady's in the house. He says, "What's up, Unc?" Hi, everyone. He said, and then Unpaved Explorer, the Jetsons. One video showed the future of human drone commuters. Yeah, they got an air car right now. They try to make it where it's affordable. They got a couple of them they flying around, but they're not affordable. And it's all about price. You know, like look at Elon Musk. It's all about price. And that's what's going to happen. As soon as they get the price where it's affordable to us, see, because I remember when I could buy a car for like $2,000. You could buy a brand new car off the lot, $2,000. What's a brand new car cost now? About $40,000. Last time I bought a new car was that what was that 2011 Chevy. I think I paid $20,000 for it. That was in 2011. The last new car I bought because I can't afford these car prices. I can't afford car prices. So like I say, you guys get a chance, go check out some of these guys' channels or so here. Like I say, Conscientious Gardener, Bougie Prepper, you know, go give them a look. Fish and Lowe's, you know, check them all out. Check some of these channels out. Let's see. Thanks for the support, Uncle Grandpa. That's okay, you know. Hey, Mary, how you doing? I remember when I first started off, man. I thought a whole year. I'm gonna tell you something. I thought I was on YouTube for a whole year. I had about 100 subscribers. A whole year. You know, I didn't make a lot of videos. I made about 2 videos a month, 3 or 4 videos a month, or something like that. But I was on there a whole year and I watched a lot of people's videos and but I had to change my name because people didn't recognize who I was. You know, in fact, Alaska Prepper could tell you this because I was back. That's back. Me and him started at the same time, and I used to watch his channel, but I was under a different name. I was under my regular name, under my Facebook name. But then I say, well, people don't know what I'm about, so I changed my name to Urban Grandpa Prepper, and then I started getting subscribers. See, sometimes you got to change your name. Sometimes you do. And a lot of people don't know that. It's not easy. And I've seen a lot of channels get tossed out by YouTube, you know, because they didn't like their topics and they didn't like what they were saying, you know, because they cracking down on them. And like I say, they got the gun channels. And if you know somebody got a gun channel, just ask them. Ask them what they go through. And now they're going to try to crack down on the prepper channels. And like I say, It's all subtle too. It's all subtle. But they gonna do what they're gonna do. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. But it seems like we do have a friend in the Supreme Court because they gonna make uh concealed carry legal, that you don't even have to carry concealed anymore. I know Ohio is going for that route, but I mean they got it going over the Supreme Court too. So we got a friend in the Supreme Court. Hey, Whitey Farm, yeah. If y'all haven't seen Whitey Farm, y'all need to go and check her out too. She's from Ohio. A lot of people from Ohio. You know, Grady, Unpaved Explorer, Whitey Farm. Yep. Hey, Drop Family Garden, how you doing? They've been cracking down on Purple Channel for the last 4 years. Yeah, so I understand, but see, I'm only a small fish, and that's the killing part. I'm not a big channel. I mean, you got your real big channels out there, but they want to kill it for it grow, I guess. They say kill it for it grow. And that's what they trying to do with the Prepper Channel. They think we're a cancer, and they trying to get rid of us. But that's okay. That's all right. But I'm gonna keep speaking my mind until they take me off, and I don't care what they think because it's freedom of speech. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna just keep going. And like I say, big pharmaceuticals, crooked politicians. If you're doing something wrong, I'm gonna let people know. And I don't care. If you taking kickback and I know about it, and it's out there in the public, I'm gonna let people know. You can do what you want to do. And if you're an alien out there and you watching my channel, I'm gonna let them know. Because like I say, the lizards are on the move. I guess they say when like rats on a ship, when stuff started to happen bad, they start moving and try to get off the ship. And I can't understand why they're on the move. But we got to figure that out. Are they planning on something? Because I don't know. Okay, so let me tell you something. I wanted to tell you about this dream I had before I go. And it was pretty funny. Now it was a mixture between Harry Potter and Game of Thrones, and it was funny because I had just watched some of Demolition Man. I was watching TV, and all of a sudden I was dreaming that I was in the Harry Potter movie, but it was in the Game of Thrones. Now I had to pick a house. I had to pick Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin, or Huff and Puff. I had to pick a house. And then I had to take that house. We had to go and fight for the Game of Thrones. We had to fight the Targaryens, the Baratheons, the Starks, the Lancasters, the Tullys, and the Martells, and all these other houses. And so what happened was I got stuck underground because I went to go find a dragon. Now, me, that's out of character for me. I am not going to go on the ground trying to find no dragon. But I had got stuck underground, and when I was under there, somehow or another, I got thrown back and thinking about the Demolition Man, where the guy was eating a rat, and the guy was trying to sell hamburger as rat. I mean, rat is hamburger, and chicken was squirrels. And I woke up, okay? Because I didn't know what was going on after that. That just threw me off because it was just crazy. And I just want to let you guys know that the dreams could be a premonition of what's going on in the future. And like I said once before in my video, if they take our rights to grow and have farms and grow food and raise food for ourselves, then we will be eating rat and squirrels and whatever we can catch out there, because they already started saying that they don't want you to eat the deer because a lot of the deer got that virus, and they got the mad cow disease or whatever, that waste disease that they got. So they're trying to make sure that the hunters don't go out there and get no meat. So like I said, it was kind of strange. I figured I'd share it. You had to just see this stuff. Yeah, and it was crazy. Yeah, okay. So like I say, that's about it. I'm gonna talk too much more. It's been about an hour, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. What's the pricing there? Copper again, all over the place. practicing their child coppers. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm not gonna stay too much long. I'm gonna just read a few comments and let you guys chat a while and see what's going on. And saying Keystone meat is recalling, you don't believe it. Did you know that fast food meat products contain plant-based fillers? Yeah, yeah. I knew about that because see, back in the day, they used to put soy in everything. They did. They put soy in everything, and now they don't. Now they just use what they call plant-based. But see, they never put the percentage. You know what I mean? People think it's half a plant, half 50-50. It is not. You can have less than 0.01% of plant based in there, and the rest can be all kinds of chemical stuff in there. Matter of fact, somebody had a big recall today because I think it was Tasty Cakes. Tasty Cakes got they found small particles of plastic and metal in their cakes. Tasty Cakes, their company Tasty Cakes, they small on a bunch of the stuff that was at Walmart and a few other these places, and they had a big recall on that stuff. Yeah, so you gotta watch what we put in our mouths, but that's okay. The problem they probably here in Arizona, Texas, so Julians be all cold blooded. Yeah, they cold blooded. It's Taco Bell been that way for almost 5 years. Yeah, you know what? A lot of times you eat Taco Bell, they just you got to be close to a bathroom because you whatever it is, it's coming out. Don't get me wrong, Taco Bell's okay. I haven't had Taco Bell in a few years, but it can get you that way. You know, some people say Chinese food do that too. You know, where you eat it and it just go right through you. Hey, Tony, our cabin in the woods. When you got back from PT, seeing you on. How are you doing? But I'm doing great. How'd your therapy go, Tony? You know, those of you that didn't know, our cabin in the woods, Tony, he just had his knee replaced a couple of weeks ago, and he's just getting back into the groove. He's been at physical therapy. Yeah, he'll be all right this summer. He'll be back out there with Willow, the deer, and this kitten. Well, I can't call it a kitten anymore. That cat is huge. But anyway, all right, Tony. I'm gonna be praying for you, and like I say, we're gonna be praying for a few other people too, because I know things are hard out here, and it ain't gonna get any better for the rest of us. So we gotta do the best we gotta do. And like I say, I want to make sure everybody pray for Emily, the wanted one. She, she's in Alabama. She's having issues, and she wanted everybody to say a prayer for her. So we don't know exactly what it is, but anytime you need prayer, you know you need help. So please, if you get a chance, just say a quick prayer for her. Hey, Uncle Al, how you doing? Hey, Ginger Ninja, how you doing? Let's see. Uncle Al just showed us slowly turned estrogen into male body wonder for that moment. Yeah, okay. Actually, and just okay. Taco Bell has been fast food beast that goes fast. Yeah, well, I guess because a lot of people eat that stuff at 2 in the morning. Oh, having the woods, speedy recovery, brother. Okay. Good here. How are you? Afternoon, sir. Wow, the high desert pioneers in the house again. How you doing? Yeah, yeah. So, like I said, I really didn't have a lot to say. Oh, Keto Homes there with Jess. Okay, Ray, you get your turkey now, or they are selling quick at the store. Yeah, they got a limit on some. You're not allowed. What store was that? I can't think of it. But you're not allowed to buy more than 2 turkeys. They got a limit on the turkeys. Uh, but I'm not worried too much. You know, they gonna have turkeys here. We got them everywhere. They put a 2 turkey limit on. Yeah, John, that's why I just said they put a 2 turkey limit on it. They got it. You can't buy more than 2 turkey. They're afraid that people are gonna hoard the turkeys. You know, they're gonna blame us for the turkeys. I don't know. Maybe it might have been beer. I might say, yeah, it might be the problem with the beer shortage. But then I don't drink beer like that anymore, like I used to. Back in the day, I had to take credit for that if we had a shortage on beer, but not now. You know, so like I said, you know, a lot of people in the world, when they see America, they see this great, big, shiny country, how great we are. You know, how fantastic it would be to live here in America. You know what I mean? And then they come to America and then they get discouraged because they find out one thing that you got to hustle. You got to hustle if you want to survive in America, or you might end up in a tent city. You could end up, you know, I'm gonna go to Hollywood and be a big star, and you living on a tent city under a freeway or something like that. They have it in Hawaii too. I seen it. You know, they have people living under the freeways in Hawaii. They have people living under the freeways in LA. They have people living in the freeways. We had them here in Cleveland. We had them down by the bend down around the Cuyahoga River, but they moved them all out. I don't know where they took them or moved them. But I mean, homeless is everywhere. And I mean, you can come to America and think you're going to get rich overnight, but that doesn't happen anymore because you have to hustle. You got to be able to have some kind of marketable skill. And that's why I tell people, when things collapse, and people still think I'm crazy, but that's okay. I love being crazy. That doesn't justify everything I do when they come and take me away. They say, "Oh, he was crazy," you know. So what you got to do is have a marketable skill, because when everything collapses, you just can't say, "I'm just gonna go over to my neighbor's house and I'm gonna just go in there and live with them because they just so good people." You know, I eat up all their food and just do nothing. No, you gonna have to blend in with the community if you're gonna come in, because see, things are not that hard for you to learn the skill right now. I mean, learn how to use a hammer. It's people out there that don't even know what a screwdriver is. And they used to have that commercial out there where the guy was on the phone with his father and he had a flat tire and he said, "Which one is the jack?" Which one is the jack? I mean, it's just crazy the way things are nowadays. But we know you got to be able to be self-sufficient. That's why I like to say, if you can't do anything, then you got to be able to know some things. I mean, maybe you might not be, like I say, like I like to refer to Gilligan's Island. You may not be the professor, you know, but you don't want to be Gilligan because you got the house, you know, the money. They throw money at everything. These people on a desert island, money wouldn't have made no difference to me. I mean, I say, Mr. Al, you got to get out there and dig up a garden because, see, that money ain't worth nothing here. But see, that's what I like to think that's going to happen when we had to deal with situations like that. That people with the money, it ain't going to mean money. Money ain't going to mean anything anymore. You're going to have a skill. You're going to have to be like the Professor Gilligan or the skipper. You got to know some stuff. You got to do some things because it ain't going to make a difference. Sapphire Diamond the Pearls, what's up? How you doing? Kevin Wood, I love being crazy because I will be the last one laughing here. Yeah, every time I always remember that song, "They Coming to Take Me Away." We had this show that used to come on late nights on Friday nights, local show. They had horror guests on there and stuff. Big Chuck and Little John. Yeah, they used to play the song in the background. "They coming to take me away. They coming to take me away. Ha ha." You know, to the place where birds sing and animal play. They coming to take me away. Yeah. But basket weavers whittle their thumbs. Let's see, I don't somewhat because I know the famine cycle is coming, but also we have many people walking off jobs and protesting mandates and keeping it quiet. Yeah, I mentioned that the other day about the New York situation, and they understand. You know, they willing to pay the price for their freedom. I can understand them. I support them. You know, but and like I say, it's gonna get worse, and that's just the start of it. There, you know, you got all them people there, and they put the pressure on you. Did you see the day that if you work for the federal government now, that they giving you to January 1st to make sure that you get taken care of that. But like I said, I can't really talk about that, so I'm not gonna mention that what they going through, not New York, but what they gotta take because they get on you about that and they start taking your channel down. Okay. Official laws say be like a stripper and know how stuff is. Say it, laugh out loud. That's funny. Let's see. Hey, Bobby Samduma is in the house. Sorry, I mispronounced your name. I'm not very good at names. Let's see. So, public safety service in Cleveland will start decline soon. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But that you talk about that issue 24, man. That should have never passed. But that's okay. They're gonna find out. They're definitely gonna find out what they did, and they did it wrong. See, sometimes emotions can run high, and people do things on an emotional level without thinking. And that's all emotion right there. That's a foolish thing that they did. It's not gonna last. It's gonna go the same way the last one did. Say goodbye to the next generation in Ohio. They juice them now. Yeah. Not only in Ohio, everywhere. Let me tell you something. The generation that we have now is the last great generation. Now they say the generation of our kids are going to be the next best generation. And our kids' generation is going to be, that's what they say. I don't say it, but I'm just going to say it like this. They better step up because right now they used to say 3% of the people in America was coding up the other 97%. They were on our back like we had the world, and the other 97% of people were just going through the motions. It was only 3% of us that actually doing the work. I don't know, but they're gonna give our kids, this generation, that UBI. And they're not gonna even get off that machine. They're gonna stay on that machine playing Fortnite 24 hours a day. They're gonna probably build little cocoons from the city ends so they won't be disturbed by the outside world, like a pod. Can you imagine that? I seen that in some kind of movie. People in pods just living in a virtual reality world, and that's what they're gonna do to these kids. And that's what I'm saying. AI is gonna be running the world. AI is gonna be running the world. And we just gonna dwindle away to nothingness because we in this matrix. And people, when I say the matrix, I mean that in a bad way. It's not a good way. It's a matrix, and we ain't gonna be able to get out of it. And people, our kids are gonna suffer. Our grandkids are gonna suffer, and then they're gonna look back on our generation and on our history and say we let them down. But I'm not gonna let my grandkids or my grandnephews and my grandnieces, I'm not gonna let none of them down because when SHTH happened, they know they got a spot here. They know it. I done told them I'm building a spot for them. I'm getting all the supplies I can. I'm gonna have everything ready, and I'm gonna teach them when they get here what they need to do. I mean, the most of them already know what they need to do, but I'm talking about the younger ones, because most of these are gonna be younger. I'm gonna teach them how to survive and what they need to do because see, it's not gonna be pretty. I wish I had hit the lottery. What was it, $500 million? Shit, I buy me a whole town, and I build a wall around it like a castle. And make myself king, but that ain't gonna happen. That's a dream. All right, look here, people. I didn't talk longer than I wanted to talk. I thought I was just gonna talk a few extra minutes, but I see he has extra people coming here, and I decided to keep on talking. So now I'm gonna just John Coffey, leave it alone. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. He talking about Cleveland sports. So I'm gonna let everybody go. And Grady, I'm glad you showed up. When you gonna come back on the air? I need you to come back on the air because I've been working on this the dimensional thing. I've been studying up on quantum physics, and I've been finding out a lot of scary things, especially what's going on in China. You know, China's creating monsters. They literally create monsters. I don't know why. Maybe because they can, but it's scary. And then they trying to open up these gates and these portals. But see, there's no regulation to this stuff. That's why we had so much problems last time out of China. There's no regulation to what they can do. They can just do anything they want to do because they got a madman in charge. And that's what they do. And China is going to mess up this whole planet. And we won't know why. Everybody have a great week. All right. I take care. I see. Hey, John Coffee, don't worry about the nukes. Which is what that other stuff that they doing. Nukes is the last thing they want to do because everybody got nukes now. Everybody got nukes now. China, they don't want to nuke nobody. They just want to have them because everybody else got them, and that's a threat. You know, it's just like, you know, everybody got a gun. You in a room with 20 people and 15 people got guns, and then somebody start reaching for theirs, and everybody else reach for theirs, but nobody gonna pull theirs out until somebody do. That's how it is. It's a threat there. You know, you do something, I'm gonna do something. But it's the same thing with nukes now. We got bigger fish that's coming right now because of what they doing, and it's scary. It's really scary. Because like I said, I've been stumbling on stuff about China and these labs that they got like that, and I can't understand why they. I mean, it ain't no Jurassic Park that they fooling around with. This is stuff that's really dangerous and scary. Like a robber in Texas, everyone pulled a few. Yeah, it's like oh, I'm gonna tell you the movie. It was a Chuck Norris movie, and these two guys tried to rob a police bar. A bar that was owned by police, and police always go there. And they pulled their little guns out, and everybody had them in there. and they called for the police to come take them away, and nobody believed them that somebody was that stupid to do it. Yeah, but you know, that's how it is. All right, then I'm glad everybody showed up, and I'm glad everybody enjoyed themselves. And next time I'm gonna talk about a little bit something else, but I had to see if I could sneak in my reptilian information in without getting cut off, and I think I did. So I will see everybody later. Thank you, YouTube.